And you know how to reach me, so just reach out anytime. Okay, let's get started seated. And if you do happen to have a pillow, a block, your coffee is always a prop, if you know me, I'll have that nearby. And let your hips feel higher than your knees. So whether you have chosen to go without a block or with a block, you want to get to that place where your hip points are just a little higher than the line of your knees to encourage some circulation. Overall, that's going to help if you ever get cramped up sitting on the floor. That could be part of the reason. So just right away, bring your hips up higher. If you need to go grab a pillow or a towel or a blanket, you know, all those things are welcome. If you want to play any music, in the future, I will be streaming music again. I want to play with some different ways to share these for you. And today, no music though. So either go all natural, or if you've got some tunes or some soft sounds, go ahead and get those going as well. Once you're set up, invite the eyes to close. They don't need to, but just noticing if that is a place you want to be. The eyelids close over the eyes, so noticing where you go. Easy for you to just drop into a different place, or does your attention actually go outward? There's no right or wrong. They're just, it is what it is. But then you get to have choice around all sorts of things, including where you send your awareness, where you send your attention. Is your attention swimming around outside of you? Do you want to bring it more inside of you? Or vice versa. Sometimes the sounds and the smells and the things around you are actually really inviting. Is there a sense of curiosity there? You know, go check those things out. And ultimately, your senses bring you more in again. So there's just this real nice weaving in and out of in your body, out of your body, in your body, out of your body. And somewhere in that weaving in and out, you can find that wholeness, that oneness again. So your breath doing the same thing. The breath comes into the body, inhaling, goes back out of the body, exhale. And if you have your legs crisscrossed, then switch the crossing of your legs, anything around, readjust. Let your hands rest palms down on your thighs. Sometimes you might hear this be more of a grounding place for the palms. Let's check in. Does that feel true to you? Does it make you feel a little more in the ground, anchored in? Feel your spine, feel that back line of your body, your backbone literally stretching up towards the sky. Start to tilt your chin up a few degrees towards the ceiling, and then draw your chin down to your chest. Inhale, lift the chin up. Exhale, draw your chin down. And take one more, lift your chin up. Draw your chin down. Then lift your head right through to center and roll your shoulders up, back, and down, up, back, and down. Take another big shoulder roll, up, back, and down. And start to wiggle your fingers. And you shake your hands, literally shake. Reach your arms into the air and shake your arms. Shake, 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 shake. And start to open your eyes. If you haven't yet, look up, stretch your arms higher, and then lower your hands. Welcome yourself back. And transition towards all fours or tabletop. So if you have any props, blankets, things, move them out of the way. Come around towards your tabletop. Wrists are under the shoulders. Knees are under your hips. Look back and make sure that is true. Can't see your feet. And then tuck your toes and press your hips towards your feet. Inhale forward to table. And exhale, press your hips towards your feet. Inhale forward to table. And exhale, press back. Just taking one more inhale forward. Exhale, press back, hold the stretch, keep your toes tucked. Walk your hands just a little more forward, staying active in the stretch. Feel your thumbs, your index fingers pressing down and forward. Keep reaching the arms so far forward that when you rise up, you're in a kneeling plank. So now your shoulders come over your wrist, you're right above the tops of your knees. Pick your feet up and make sure you're not on the bony part of the knee. You're more on the soft tissue of the thigh. Pick your feet up, rotate your ankles, then push back down through your hands. Shift your gaze a little bit ahead of the top of your mat. Squeeze the belly in. Pull back in a child's pose. Don't move your hands or your knees. Just pull back one big time. Toes can be untucked. Inhale, pull back forward, kneeling plank. Exhale, pull back, hips to heels. That 2 more times and just feel you want to stop your core. You want to stop your hips from sagging. Little abdominal work, pull back. Take 1 more. Inhale forward, hold. Exhale back. Now you can rest in child's pose or build into your first down dog. Come into plank, pull your hips up and back, little pedal action through your heels. So you just went through the first variation of that child's pose to kneeling plank. Now, if you want to do something a little more active here, similar but different, you're going to bend your knees. You could even widen the knees, pulling the hips back, and then push forward to your plank. Down dog, bend the knees, pull back, push forward to plank. So you can stay with this. You could come back down to child's pose to plank if that felt good and energizing. You could rest if you need to rest. So take 2, 3 more cycles of either down dog to plank, child's pose to plank. Next time you're in a plank, knees up or down, hold it. And then lower to your belly. Nice and smooth this first time. Bend the elbows, make your way down. Move anything out of the way. Now slide your hands out off your yoga mat. Lift your hands a couple inches off the floor. Press your feet down, tops of feet down into the mat. Pull your chest forward, arc your chest up. Little floating cobra, fingers are open. And then lowering down, nose to floor. Take it again, push through the tops of your feet. Roll your shoulders back, open your chest. And then resting down, this time hands stay under your shoulders. Press through the feet, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. Big push, hips to heels, child's pose. Full breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Back into your tabletop. This time anchoring the palms. I let the belly hang a little bit into cow. Pull your breastbone forward. Lift the sitting bone. As you push through your hands, tuck the tail, pull up through the belly, arch your spine, cat back. Breathe in, roll the shoulders back, lift into cow. And breathe out, press down, arch into cat. Take it again, inhale, shoulders roll back, lift your chest. Exhale, press down, arch the back through cat. So you pull yourself back through to neutral. And you keep your left palm down, reach your right arm into the air. Breathe in. Exhale, right hand down, switch. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, left hand down. Take it again. Inhale, right arm out and up. Exhale, right palm down. Take 1 more. Inhale, left arm out and up. Exhale, left hand down. I'll come back to a kneel. You can have your toes tucked or untucked. Rise up, so hips are over your knees. Okay, so toes wherever. If you have a yoga block, go ahead and slide it in between your thighs. If you don't, pretend it's there. And a little hack, if you don't, you can take 2 fists, give them a squeeze, and then come up and just imagine that you still have your fists there to squeeze. So something that is light enough to hold. Put a hand on your belly, a hand on your low back, and play with that cat-cow feeling. So you can go back, go in, go back, go in, and then get to where you can squeeze a little bit in and under. Nice and strong across the belly. Now put your hands on your hips, stretch your spine straight up, pull your shoulders, your elbows back, aim your chest up towards the sky. Slide the tongue to the roof of your mouth and relax your jaw. Keep pulling your elbows back, just feel a little squeeze. And then return to center. Keep your right hand on your right hip, left arm up, and then arcing overhead. You can spread the fingers. You could squeeze the fingers together. You could make a shape in the fingers. Squeeze the block. Make sure the core is drawn in. Come up to center. Put your left hand on your left hip. Inhale, stretch the right arm high. And exhale, arcing over. Whatever sort of shape is in the fingers. You don't even need to know what it means. Just letting the body express itself. Squeeze in. Inhale, rise up. Switch again. Right hand, right hip. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, arc it over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Take one more. Right arm high. Breathe in. Create space. Exhaling sideways. You hear the train a few times. Now take both arms into the air. Give that block a squeeze. Little tuck of the hips. Now bend your elbows out wide. Cactusing hard. Inhale, straight up and down. Exhale, pull back. One more. Inhale, straight up and down. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, reach, and exhale, come down. Remove the block. Come into your down dog. Plant your palms. Stretch your legs back. After being on the knees for a little bit, see what you need here. Pedal out in your down dog. Look back at your feet. Press your heels down. Now look to your hands and walk or hop your feet to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, fingers to your shins, halfway rise. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees, look forward and rise up. Push through the heels, squeeze your butt a little bit. Slide the hands to the low back, pull your elbows back. Lift your chest up. And return to center. So stand into your right foot and lift your left foot off the ground. Tippy toes, could be the whole foot. Put your hands on your hips. Notice if your left hip has gotten higher than the right. Bring it down. Toes are straight ahead. Open the left hip. Bring the left knee forward. Open and close. Open and close. Now slide the left thigh over the right. Tap your left toes to the floor. Sit back into a chair shape. We'll squeeze your inner thighs together. You feel the hips going back evenly. If the right hip is higher, adjust. Stretch your arms forward. Inhale up through the fingers and exhale. Slide the hands over to the left and keep the left toes down to the right. Inhale up through center. Take it again. Exhale, float the hands to the left. Taking one more. Inhale up through center. Exhale, float the hands to the left. Now stand strong into the right leg. Lift your left foot back up. Open the left hip. Place your left foot into tree pose. Hands could be down, out, or up. Press everything in. Right leg presses in. Left foot presses in. Little swoop of connection. Hold your tree. Bring left knee forward. Place left foot down. Okay, now you're back in your mountain pose. Relax the arms, roll the shoulders out. Inhale the arms up into the air. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Now anchor your palms, step back into your plank, knees up or knees down. Option here to move through your chaturanga. Inhale through a cobra or up dog. Exhale, moving back, down dog or child's pose. Stretching hips to heels or stretching hips to sky. Now either in down dog or modifying in your table, right leg stretches back, three leg. So whether it's three leg down dog, three leg tabletop, bend your right knee, stack to open your right hip. If you like to circle it around, lengthen, bend, move. Hold your right leg straight back. Breathe in, three leg. Exhale, right knee to your nose. Step your right foot between your hands. Tuck the back left toes. Lift your left knee. You'll start to lengthen your right leg. Bow your head towards the knee. And then bend your right knee. Option to bend your left knee. Lengthen the legs. Bow your head down. Bend one or two knees. Taking one more. Lengthen. And then now giant step, left foot to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, reverse your swan. I look forward and rise up. And come down back into your mountain pose. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. You're going to stand into your left leg, lifting up onto the right tippy toes. Then lift your right foot off the ground. Hold. Opening the right hip to the right and forward. So just noticing if you've gotten real sideways here. And then as you hold the right leg to center, keep the right hip low. Cross the right thigh over, bend the knees, and tap the right toes off to the left. You want to hug your thighs and sit into a chair feeling. And keep pressing through your left foot. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, cross them to the right. Inhale, lift through center. Exhale, cross them to the right. Inhale, lift through center. Exhale, cross them to the right. Inhale, lift through center, hold, stand into the left foot, float the right leg, open it for tree. Hands can be anywhere, or always start ground up. Okay, so left foot is set, you're pushing the two together, evening it out, either your low or high, hands can be down, out, or up. You might also notice if you can get your foot where you have it without using your hands. Avoiding the knee. Hold your tree. Take your time. Bring the leg back forward. And placing your right foot on the floor. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Plant your palms, either step or float back. Plank. Opportunity for your chaturanga. A cobra or up dog, pushing through the feet. Exhale, down dog, pulling back. Down dog or child's pose. Where do you want to be? Where do you need to be? Some of you are following along my Come Home to Yourself little 5-day challenge. And today it's about your needs and thinking of the word need and how often do you use it? Like, I need chocolate. I need coffee. Like, maybe. But in yoga, are you listening to your needs or your wants? And I think there's a place for both. So you're going to come into either your down dog or your tabletop, stretching the left leg back, bending the left knee and opening the hip. Here's the tray. I like to pretend like the truth. Say hi. Say hi. So hold your left leg straight back. Deep breath in. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Step the left foot between your hands. Now, as you lift the right knee, start to lengthen both of your legs. Bow your head to your left shin. Bend your left knee. Option to bend the right knee. And then lengthen the legs, bowing the head to the left shin. Bend your knees. Take one more, stretching back. Bend the knees. Now you're going to lengthen your legs and walk to your right. So you're coming into a wide leg fold. And if you have props you like to use, might need something to touch, might have furniture. Honestly, I'm not really practicing in studios right now. My guess is that maybe you aren't as well. And I think there's a lot of perks to being at home for the yoga, especially right now, just having a little more time to not have other people's energy interfere. And also you've got all the furniture, all the things that you want or need right there at your fingertips. And then there also is the practice of discipline that comes in yoga. It's tapas of like, do you have the discipline to do something at home? Maybe you're really, really good at doing the in-home thing. Maybe this is still practice. For me, it is like, oh, I don't just get to go do laundry. I do, but is that gonna serve my yoga? Maybe. Lots of space for really living the yoga when you have a home practice. For me, if you're like me, it's the discipline piece. Like, just commit to this. All right, enough talk. So just hang in your fold. I also bring up the question of what are you committed to lately? What are you committed to for yourself? How's your yoga commitment? What is it that you want or need from yoga? You're gonna walk back to your front left foot. One more time, right foot to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, root down, rise up, stretch your arms into the air. And then relax your arms by your sides, mountain pose, shoulders rolled out. So you're standing to your right foot. You're going to start to lift your left foot off the ground again. And then crossing first the left ankle to your right thigh. Again, check your hips are lopsided. Get them level first. Pull your left toes back. Sit. You're going to keep the right toes pretty forward if you can. This is where there's always some work. Like my toes turn out, as you might see. So I'm constantly like taking a peek. Are they totally duck footed out? Can I like just barely move them in? Sit down. Hold. You're standing pigeon. Now, if you have a block or something you want to lean forward, touch the floor, touch a block, touch furniture, feel free. Get low enough to feel a stretch in your left hip. Now pushing down through the right side, start to rise up. Bring the left knee up in front of your chest. Balance, hold. Put your arms straight up into the air. Full breath in. Exhale, rotating to your left. Now you can always tap the left toes down to the block, to the floor. Right hand to the left thigh, pulling your left arm back. If it's in your practice to reach further down and grab your left foot and play with extending it forward. For you. Wherever you are, drawing through the belly first, start to untwist, putting the left foot down, around. So today we're going to keep it even. Now transfer into your left leg. Sometimes I like to take you for a little ride, bring you back. Lift the right foot, cross the ankle. Make sure that everything is level as you hold your balancing pigeon. Take a peek at your left toes. Make sure they're not doing anything too sideways. Sit heavy. Pull the toes back, draw the navel in. Lean forward more. Full breath running through your low back. So press down through the left foot. Squeeze through the belly. Start to rise up. Bring the right knee up in front of your chest. You can hold on to it. You could place the foot to the floor or block and lift the arms into the air. Breathe in. Exhale, twist to your right. So now your left hand may touch the right outer thigh, whether the foot's up or down. Pull the right arm back, holding the twist. Lengthen your spine first. So if you are going for your foot and you scrunch down, you could just stay there. But before you kick your leg out, keep in mind, can I lengthen the spine, press through the left foot, then grow out through the right leg. Start. You can start more rounded. So this could be your pose. It's okay. This is one step of it. A little higher could be your pose. A little more lifted through the spine could be your pose. Maybe you get your leg extended and then you get that bottom leg straight. All right, so from wherever you are, start to unwind. Release, right foot to the floor, move around, shake out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, forward fold, step or float back. Option to move. Plank to chaturanga. Pull back into down dog, child's pose. Slow breath. You come into your downward facing dog, or wherever you need to be. Just letting your feet come parallel if you're there. Toes are forward. Can't see your heels, so push the mat away. And lifting your right leg into the air, bending your right knee, opening the right hip. Breathe in. Exhale, right knee to your right tricep. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Take that one more time. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, lift the right leg. And exhale, stepping the right foot between your hands. Turn your left toes out 90. Press down through your feet. Rise up. Warrior two. So you got your right foot forward. You're bending to the right knee. Arms are apart. Reach forward, flip your right palm, reverse your warrior. Drawn through the belly, start to cartwheel the hands all the way down. Hands frame your right foot, turn back, left toes forward. Left hand is down, right arm peels open for your twisted lunge. Left knee up or down. You can stay here, or if you're feeling strong, plant the left palm, start to turn your toes right. There's room for a side plank. Don't fight it, don't force it. Okay, if you need to lower that left knee, push up through the right hip. If you took side plank, then you step right foot forward back into that twisted lunge and lower the right hand down. Pause, lengthen your right leg, bow your head to your right shin, bend your right knee again, step your left foot to the top of your mat. Now lift your right leg into the air, however high it wants to go. Bend your right knee. You can stay here or reach your left hand for your right foot. It may or may not touch. You can squeeze, you can kick, you can get a little quad stretch, you can have a block underneath your right hand. From you. Extend your right leg back, lunge it to the floor. Take your left leg into the air, 3-leg down dog. Stretch up through your left toes. Push the floor away, deep breath in. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, left knee to nose, step left foot between your hands. Left toes stay forward, right toes open 90. Press through your heels, and hug your heels together and rise up. So you come into warrior 2 on this side. Anchor the feet, stretch the arms apart. Pull the shoulders down your back. Reach forward, flip the left palm and reverse your warrior. So arc back. Keep your left heel pressing. Slow breath. Squeeze through the navel. Slowly bring your hands down to frame your left foot. Turn the right toes forward, right knee up or down. Right hand is down, left arm opens for your twisted lunge. So again, you can stay right knee up or down, or start to turn your toes left, anchor that right hand. Side plank option. Up, or you can bring that right knee down for help. Step back, stepping that left foot forward. Back to your twisted lunge and release your left hand. Now look forward, pause. Lengthen your legs, bowing your head towards your right shin. Left shin. And then bend your left knee, looking forward. Right foot steps to the top of your mat. Stand into your right foot, lift your left leg. You have a block under your left hand for support. You're going to reach your right hand back as you bend your left knee. Right hand towards your left foot. It may not actually touch, or it might. So you can play with that little bind there. You don't have to. Keep pushing your right foot down. Bring the left leg back. Drawing your right shoulder open. Release both hands to the floor. Lunge your left foot back. Remove the blocks. Take your right leg into 3-leg down dog. Right leg is high. Reach. Bend your right knee so you could hold here. Rest if you need to rest, or if it's in your practice to flip your dog. I don't have furniture, but I've got a concrete wall. You might flip your dog all the way. You might have something in the way. If you're flipped, unflip. Stretch right leg high. Place your right foot down. Come forward to your plank. Knees up or down, lower to your belly. Once you get there, stretch your arms back by your sides. Reach your fingers long. Press the tops of your hips down. Pull the shoulders back. Lift everything up. As you pull the arms back, squeeze everything in, and breathe into the belly. Push the hip bones down, lift a little higher. Breathe into the chest. One more breath in and come down.
We'll take one more round of that locust there. If it's available to either grab a strap or towel or interlace the fingers. You know, the hands come behind you, interlace the fingers. Press the hips down, roll the shoulders back. Start to lift up and reach the knuckles towards your toes, heels. Squeeze the arms inward, stretch the legs. Crown your head forward. Breath in. Exhale, come down. Turn one cheek to rest and rock your hips a little side to side. You could bend your knees. Maybe even bigger splashes left to right. Hands come underneath your shoulders, palms under your shoulders. Same thing, pushing up and back to child's pose. Take a deep breath. Bringing yourself towards the seat. So you're going to sit with the feet out in front, starting with the feet together. So I'm going to turn this way. You can turn whichever way you like. So feet are in, knees are wide. Rock your weight a little side to side. And as you hang on to your ankles or your feet, and lengthen up through the spine, open up your seat a little bit. You can be right here. You can flutter the legs. You could just press the legs down and hold, pull the belly a little bit forward towards your feet. Lengthen up through the back of your neck. Tuck the chin just a little in towards the throat. You want to draw your root lock in if you're familiar, hugging a little bit in the pelvic floor, a little bit in the belly lock. Bring the chin in, little throat lock. Helps to contain your energy. As your hands come outside your thighs, hold them together. Hug the fronts of your shins. Give yourself a big squeeze. Now move your hands behind your thighs and give yourself a big squeeze, tucking your nose to your knees. So you can stay here, squeezing the thighs. You want to rock back onto the sits bones, still squeezing the thighs, lift your chest, and just feel that containment, like tighten the belly up in a strong way. Squeeze with the arms, lift it through the top of your head. If it's there, lengthen the legs a little bit. So it's a variation of needle or boat. So if you're rocking back onto the flattish tailbone, stay a little more forward. So your hands might move a little. They could come more underneath the thighs, reach more to the legs. You can let go for more of your boat pose, bending the knees. Take 2 more breaths. Keep drawing that lumbar spine forward. You'll begin to lower to your back. So you can put your feet down, draw the belly in, lower down inch by inch, rounding or hovering, whatever works better. Once you get to the floor, stretch open, arms overhead, legs are long. We'll stretch here. As you bend both of your knees, across your right ankle to your left thigh. Reach your hands down to hold the back of your left thigh and just pull the thigh in towards the belly. Press your right knee away. A couple breaths here. Put your left foot on the floor, reach your right leg into the air. Hands come behind your right thigh. You can stay low with your head and shoulders, or climb your right leg, grab a little higher on your calf or ankle, or just get a little pull, just a little extra stretch. If it's there, to squeeze the belly, lift your shoulder blades a little higher, nose to knee. Squeeze, and then lower your right leg all the way down. Stretch your arms overhead. Let your left leg stretch down. Deep breath. Bend your knees, plant your feet. Cross your left ankle to your right thigh. Start simple. Reach your hands down behind your right thigh. Bring the right thigh more into the belly. Press your left knee away. Massage across your low back. Place your right foot on the floor. Lift your left leg into the air. Start with your hands behind the thigh. Let it be easy. Got the support of your right foot. Relax the shoulders down. There's also the option to climb your leg, hands up to the calf or ankle. Pull a little bit more. Squeeze the belly. Think of contracting every muscle on that front side. As you let your knee and your nose come a little closer together. Squeeze, 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 pull, squeeze, keep it in your belly and out of your neck. And then as it's time to release, lower your left leg. Let your right leg stretch out. Full stretch. Now that you've made it to your back to the floor, I'll give you two final options other than Shavasana. And if you're already like ready to just roll around and be on your back and do whatever you need to do, do that. Or you're gonna bring your arms down by your sides. You're gonna pick your feet up into the air. And press your arms, palms down. Now bring your knees as close as they'll come towards your chest or nose. Squeeze. And then slowly extend the legs either up or out at an angle. Bend the knees towards your chest, squeeze. Extend the legs out at an angle. Taking one more, bend the knees, bring them in. And then stretch the legs out. Bring the knees to your chest, pause, and then place your feet flat on the floor, hip distance. Pressing right into bridge pose. Press the shoulders down, press your feet down, lift your hips. Press strongly through your heels, lift the hips a little higher. Keep pressing through the backs of the triceps there, the backs of the arms. And then lift up. Breathe out, come slowly down. If that felt nice, you want to go again. Lift up. Come down. If you need anything else, or if I missed anything and you would feel complete, it happens. Yoga teachers aren't perfect. I always like to think that, and I think I got this from my friend Allie, so that side just didn't need that other option today. Or more of the piece of like your body's not balanced throughout the day. You have a dominant side, you have the side that does a little less. So when it comes to yoga, I mean, we try to do everything the same, but is that actually what the body needs? Maybe one side needs something that the other side doesn't. So anyway, here on your back too, just noticing that. Are there any little stretches that just the one side might need? And do you really need it on the other side? Or is it more of a mental thing, just needing to have everything so perfect? As you start to stretch into your final resting pose of Shavasana, just letting your legs go long, letting the arms be resting either by your sides or on your belly, maybe big spread eagle arms. Let the weight of your head rest against the floor. You can stay in your Shavasana. It can be a form of meditation. It can be a place where you do feel like, okay, let the body go, but I am going to notice the mind, mental energy. If you would feel better seated here in these last few minutes, don't move fast, but if it would serve you to sit upright and take more of a meditation seat, you don't have to sit to meditate. To complete your yoga asana, your yoga posture practice, do have a place of rest, as neutral as you can be. As you tune into currents of energy inside your body,
Feel how some of them are related to your breath. Breathe in, you get a big dose of oxygen. Breathe out, you release what you literally no longer need. Your body no longer needs that exhale. But the plants do, the trees do. Breathe in, you breathe in what you need, oxygen, fresh air. You breathe out what you no longer need. What else do you need? Breathe in. Do you need some more love, some more peace? You need some more actual energy, action energy. Let go, exhale. Riding that same current of breath, also feeling what else is going on in your body. Electric pulse that is always there. Feel the energy in your mind. There's a current of thought that comes through. You have the space and desire to stay where you are a little longer. One of the most luxurious things to me right now is to sleep without setting an alarm. So maybe your yoga can be the same. Shavasana without an alarm. Meditation without an alarm. But also being aware if there's a part of you that needs that boundary, and setting an alarm, setting a timer. So you stay put or slowly stretch your body. Stretch your fingers, stretch your toes. Just feel the tiniest little tugs running through the tissues. As you spread your fingers, you might feel it run all the way up into your chest. As you spread your toes, you might feel a little pull up through the legs. As you lengthen through the back of the neck, you might feel a little extra pull into the upper back. Everything's connected. As you breathe, feel the breath connected with your body. As you bring your hands to put a hand on your belly, a hand on your heart, feel the connection there between belly and heart. The breath roll through. Stay on your back, or if you feel like sideways coming up, just take the time. Flip it around. Keep the hands on those sources of energy, of light, the belly, the heart, of wisdom. As they give those centers a little kiss, a little touch, then bringing the prayer hands to meet. This gesture, showing and honoring, not necessarily just for closing. Same with the word that we'll say in a moment, not just for closing, also for hellos, acknowledgement. So take a moment to gather all of that sweet stuff inside of you and just feel how you can honor that within you. So that light, that sweet stuff in me sees and honors that light, all that sweet stuff in you. Namaste. Taking your time to move